Hey, hey, how are you, friend? It's Shannon Caldwell. Just popping in today with a little holistic love for you. I just need an intro, a little rap that's like, welcome to the Healing Season on Air with your host, Shannon Caldwell. And then we'll throw some bling into it. There are some cute creators out here on Facebook and making some fun. Oh, actually, thank God. On YouTube is what I meant to say. I've been spending some time stepping away from the toxicity of Facebook, and I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing on YouTube. And so, shout out to some of the incredible creators on YouTube. I love you. And I just wanted to join the conversation. I'm a board certified traditional naturopathic doctor. What does that mean? I'm a holistic health coach. I know a lot about those things like if your kiddo is having trouble sleeping, I can tell you what herb I grow in my garden that helps me sleep and my kiddos sleep. It's chamomile. Or sometimes I'll pick lavender. I'm good for that kind of stuff. But I'm also a nutritionist and a Yahweh yoga teacher and a radio host. But mostly, I'm a self care chick. And I saw a post on one of the mediums that said, oh, is anybody else just noticing this craze with self care? Is it just me, or is self care super selfish? And it made me salty. And I thought, like, why did this push my buttons so hard? Even like with the sassy little voice that I feel like she was saying, she probably wasn't even thinking it with saltiness in her heart, right? Maybe. But I thought about it. I spent a little bit of time with that. Why did it bother me that she suggested that self-care was selfish? And it occurred to me that for me, and I don't know if this resonates with you or if it has anything to do with what your backstory looks like, but for me, I thought, no, self-care is not selfish. Self-care is absolutely fundamental because I am still, after all these decades of intentional self-care, running at a self-care deficit. I was raised in a dirty house and my hair was matted up, and I didn't learn self-care. Even like food wasn't regular, rest wasn't regular, water wasn't talked about. So if you haven't, like me, learned some of, and on top of that, and not to speak ill of the dead, but my family was an alcoholic family and there was a lot of chaos. And so for me, self-care is fundamental because I had to go back and learn basic practices, how to do your hair. Thank you, everybody from the Curly Girl Method, for teaching me. Mad shout out to Mel from right here on YouTube. Both the Mel's World and your main girl, Mel. We have to be here for each other. And so if you are running at a self-care deficit, if you are running on empty and grinding, that in the name of self-love ain't gonna be sustainable. Okay, now I see a lot of my sisters and brothers out there chasing a bag, and if that for you is self-care, then follow that bliss. For me, that could easily become idolatry. And I think that when self-care becomes an idol, then self-care is selfish. But until that point, self-care is fundamental and essential, and not doing self-care is selfish, because you're not going to be ready to turn around and be there for your family, your littles, your loved ones, your coworkers, the nice girl at the drive-thru when you treat yourself, okay? If you don't take care of yourself. Now, what does that look like is going to be different for everyone. When I work with naturopathic clients, taking care of yourself and starting a self-care routine for one person might be starting their day with drinking lemon water, and for another might be starting their week by putting a pot roast in. And for somebody else, it might be choosing vegan, okay? You're the boss of you, and that is the beautiful truth behind self-care. What do you need today? What do you want? Have you taken the time to ask yourself, what do I need? You know, don't take better care of your houseplants than you take care of yourself. Are you thirsty? Do you need sunshine today? So what is your little self-care that you're going to do? Because it isn't selfish, okay? Pop it in the comments if you want. Self-care is not selfish, okay? I've treated myself today by starting the day with a workout and putting on makeup. I don't always do that, but today I decided to, because it felt like self-care, you know, and self-love. And self-care and self-love are beautiful. And so are you. So care for yourself and love yourself. And if you want to know more about what's going on with me, you can always reach out. My website is thehealingseason.com. God bless you. Be well, and I will talk to you soon.